Wrong screen. I pressed the wrong button. I made the mistake of having... Hang on, give me a second. Sorry about that. Hang on. So I made the mistake of, just before the stream, having a... like a gummy bear or jelly baby or something, and I almost choked on it. So it got a bit stuck in the throat. It was a little bit on the not dry side, but it had like a sugar coating to it. It's quite flavour-wise, texture-wise, absolutely lovely. However, I haven't had one for ages, and I forget that sometimes if I don't chew them properly, they can get stuck in my throat a little bit, like is what just happened. So I am alive, just about. Death by jelly baby is not how I want to enter Valhalla, thank you very much. Right, so before we start, just the usual preamble. This is a reaction watch along stream, hence the term BYOC, which stands for bring your own copy. There will be no video or audio from what we're watching tonight. So it's literally just going to be us chatting, reacting along it. But that is why we have the, which should be below me, the timer, so that you can sync up and watch, see what we're reacting to and stuff like that. It's pretty simple. There'll be like a 5-second lead in. I'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boop, go, and then whatever. So, oh, excuse me. There we go. There we go. Right, okay. Oh, I'm tasting that again. So, Tonight we are watching Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Now on this channel we have an appreciation for, should we say, yeah, definitely better out than it. Oh, again, Death by Jelly Baby. But yeah, this, and the cat's got the zoomies. We have an appreciation for monster-themed movies in some form or another on here. We've had Pacific Rim, the Hellboy stuff, anything like that that's got, especially the big monsters or the kaiju and stuff like that. We're down for that here. And Godzilla, the new Godzilla films, I'll say new ones, the ones that came out from around sort of 25th, I don't say 2018, around sort of like 2018 onwards-ish, 2017, 2018 onwards, have really kind of like revitalized the monster genre, especially as it were. And this one is it's actually one of my favorites because it has some. Oh, 2014. There we go. We have our resident MonsterVerse expert here. Excuse me, itchy back. And I remember seeing this in the cinema when I first saw it, and being really impressed with it. I mean, now obviously, it is close to like what, 6 years old-ish. So it's not what we call a brand new movie, but for its time, this was frigging awesome. And I can just remember the scene. There's a particular there's two particular sequences that stand out in it. I won't say what they are, but I'll mention them when they happen. But there is one. I'm trying to say this without being spoilery, but it. I've got to be careful because we're not at home to Captain Spoiler on this channel. Oh, hello, you come to join us? Hi. I know. Talking about monsters and you turn up. Okay, Chloe. So yes, there's quite a few of them that have been pretty good. Like the Kong movies that they've come out of. I did actually quite enjoy, the Godzilla versus Kong. I still have Godzilla -1 on my to watch list. If it comes on Prime, because this is what I've got an active subscription to at the moment, it just makes sense for me to use Prime stuff right now, then oh yes, 100% we will be watching that on here, because I've not seen it and I do want to see it, and almost everybody I have spoken to have said that yeah, it's really good. And what's the joke that I sort of a running joke that I've seen a few people saying, it does make me laugh every time I see it. It's like, look, they don't really care about the humans. It's only just come on home release in the UK. Okay, so it could be in the next few months or so. You've got hiccups, madam. But there's a sort of running joke. It's like, yeah, we don't care about the humans. We just want to see the big giant monsters. And I think this one has I'm gonna try and sort of do a like mental count.
Yeah. Yeah.
4, maybe 5 of them. I know. And oh yes, I was going to say now. There is one particular well, you've listed on the page here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. There is one particular one of these ones that when I saw it and when it pops up, if you are familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, there is a very particular creature or entity, I should say, not so much creature, known as Tiamat. And one of the creatures in this, add on a couple of extra heads, would make a very, very good Tiamat. It's, I would say it's King Ghidorah, but I always get those names. I always get the names mixed up slightly, but I think it's King Ghidorah. Either way, when it comes up, I'll be like, oh, that's the one I was talking about. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Right. So a little bit of information on this on here. It's oh yeah, I forgot. This stars what's her name? I forget the actress's name. She played 11 in Stranger Things. Is it Millie Brown? Her name is. There is actually a Titanus teammate which features in Godzilla vs Godzilla Kong. Oh freaking hell! Yeah, I mean the tech is definitely there. They could do a passable Tiamat. And if you've seen how they did the the proper D&D movie with Chris Pine and everything else like that in it, I was that surprised me how good that was. And if they ever do a sequel having something like Tiamat in it would just be it's not true. No, that's fair. Yeah, because it's Tiamat's an old name in before I think it goes back to Babylonian, if I remember correctly, or Sumerian. Something it's a name that came or first was recorded in stuff like that around that time. Yeah, it's something like that. So it's, and then of course D&D being what they are, they saw the name and went, ooh, that looks like a cool name. We're going to use that for our dragon-headed goddess. It's like, maybe, but unfortunately, it's one of those things that it's kind of stuck now, so they can't really change it. Or you could just educate people and go, yeah, the OG Tiamat was not a multi-headed dragon goddess. But yeah, let's just say early TSR didn't care about accuracy for that kind of thing. If they saw a name that was good, they used it. Looking at you, Balor. Yeah, the Balor. Balor resembles another creature that is famous in cinema called the Balrog. Even the name is similar. Yeah, it is essentially the Balrog with the serial numbers filed off. And like, you look at it, you're thinking, yeah, that's a Balrog. But it's anyway. I'm getting distracted with D&D talk because I've got a game coming up tomorrow as well. So I'm gonna get everything prepped. You always think of the D&D version as the Type 6 demon. Yeah, I can go with that. All right. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do make sure. Always have to make sure this is working properly because sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. Yes, it does. Good. So we're going to do a 5-second counting and do it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and then I'll start the timer and we'll start watching the film. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're good. We're good to go. Violence, foul language, flashing images. I know. We're just talking about Sumerian and dragons and the symbols that come up. There's yeah. I have a kitty cat on my lap. I know. Legendary. That is such an iconic sound. That Godzilla roar. San Francisco, 2014. Yeah, you've seen that walking through a city. That's like, oh, time to go and change the underpants. Yeah, I think that's one thing you really need to, and I think Pacific Rim got right, was that sense of scale and weight behind the creatures. If you don't have that, it doesn't work so well. Is there a god? There is now. You know, yeah, you could. How can I put it? Something like that turn off. That is a sort of thing that could convince you. Is like, hmm. Should Titans be exterminated? Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I like the fact that it's like the general public in this are aware that I'm just going to call them the Titans for now. Are real. They're not like myths. They've just been sleeping for a very long time. Which then sort of makes you think, like all the old stories, like King Arthur slaying the dragon and stuff like that. Or, the other mythologies from around the world. Like, wait a minute, maybe these were real. And then you have proof stomping through your city. I know. Yeah. Oh yes, the old impromptu smoke alarm test. Honestly, I think I could just probably watch a movie when there was like very little humans in it. Like, I don't dislike the human parts, I just prefer the monster side more. You can't. This was when like Stranger Things was like really kicking off as well. So I'm going to say what's her name again? Millie Bobby Brown. That's it. There we go. This is why I like X-Ray. No, the human really needs to be done right. -1 nails it. Yeah, I've heard that. Honestly, I've heard nothing bad about Godzilla -1. Then I suppose it's that kind of film that if you go to watch it, you know what you're getting. Like with Pacific Rim, I went there just wanting to see giant mechs beating the crap out of giant monsters, and it did it perfectly. Like the human stuff was just like, yeah, whatever. We just want to see giant mechs, giant robots. Oh look, bonus content, Idris Elba. But nice. Yeah. Pacific Rim did a really good job. Yeah, I freaking love Pacific Rim. That for me is like the standard by what I judge monster films. I know. Mothra! Probably, not including Godzilla, but I think Mothra is probably my favourite. Yep. And I'll freely admit that my knowledge of the deep lore is not as intense as some films. But isn't Mothra like technically on the humanities side? Yeah. Yeah. Go on, do it. Mothra. Yeah. On nature's side. Cool. Yes. Yeah, like this bit here, like I don't think she's deliberately trying to help hurt people. It's just more a case of she's got a new body upgraded and things are, she's just been reborn. Things are going to be a bit, rusty. Yeah, dude. Now you're pissing her off. And notice, all her attacks aren't, being webbing, stopping people. She's not hurting people deliberately, sort of thing. She's not peaceful. Yeah, exactly. She hasn't killed anybody. All her attacks have been like webbing on, knocking out the way and stuff like that. That and the fact that when they did the trailer for this and it had Claire de Lune playing when they introduced Mothra, it was just like, oh yeah. Yeah, you're probably giving her a migraine right now. It's like someone from Mothra's point of view. It's probably like someone screaming in your ear. And of course, there's the whole thing about blue being calm and good and red being aggressive. It's a bit on the nose metaphor, but it works. Hey, I have a cat sitting here watching me. Yeah. Now she's chilled. It's all good. Yeah, that's like when an elephant sort of snorts at you. It's like, or a rhino. And of course, here come the paramilitary. It's Tywin Lannister. He, he plays antagonists very well. And there's a hint of the classic Mothra theme. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Whenever I can't help it, but whenever I see that lady there, all I can think of is Amanda Waller. Was it or Walker from DC Universe? Her. She's brilliant at playing those like authoritarian characters. What's her name? CCH Pounder. There we go. Oh, Ken Watanabe. Yeah, the freaking wall. Yeah. And see, they said the name correctly. Godzilla. I respect that. Like, look, it's like admiring, say, whales or tigers. Viola Davis plays Waller in the DC. Oh, okay. Wow, it's been a while since I've watched those ones, I'll admit. Oh, oh I love this line. Yeah, that's like, yeah. Like, Godzilla. In the background, you just see it being blurred. Oh, I love stupid little jokes like that. I have a low humor threshold. Well, that's the thing about nature. It is both brutal and beautiful. You know, there's no real malice behind what they do, for the most part. Also, I'm not including chimpanzees because those are evil little shits. And again, I'm not excluding humans. But generally speaking, when an animal does something, it's because it's either been conditioned to, or that's just what it does. It's nature, it is what it is. Exactly. It's like when I'm playing with Chloe, my fuzzball cat, and in the past she's accidentally bit me. Not because, I got too rough for him. That's just how cats play. They all go and scratch and stuff like that. I don't blame her when she does it. It's in her nature. Because if she really wanted to bite me, she would. So you can't blame an animal for acting the way it is. I mean, you know, yep. There's- Yeah, so he helped build the machine, which was like which is why they kind of split up. Yeah, because it's not just telling them it's alpha. Now you get the frequency wrong. It's like telling them, it's like, oh look, I am a weak individual. Come and attack me. Free food. It's like using a dog whistle on a dog. You do it wrong, they will attack. And of course, there's always the underlying metaphor in these films that the biggest monster in these films is, of course, humanity. Sounds a lot like the work you work adjacent to IRL. Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, these creatures are definitely sentient. I'm going to say they're sapient, but they are definitely sentient. And also, they can even be sapient without being able to communicate. It's just different language. I wish I could show you, but cat, she's actually sitting on my lap and she's watching the screen. Like whenever like the creatures and stuff come up, she's just going. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Loch Ness, Scotland. There, I saw that. Yep. Yeah, yeah. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Killing creatures just because they exist. Like I say, the biggest monsters being humans. I mean, I can understand why he thinks that, but still, like, yeah, dude, that's what some of those creatures, the Titans, are thinking about humanity. They've woken up from their, millennia slumber. They see what is in effect a infestation on their home, and they're gonna be like, yeah, don't like that. But I mean, another sort of the myths and stuff I like are where there's like mountain ranges and stuff like that that are so old. They're basically creatures who have gone into, like a torpor or sleep sort of thing, and the mountain's grown over them in effect. Oh, look at that! Seriously, that is a big jaw. That's a big boy. She wants a shower. Leave her alone. I kind of understand where he's coming from. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, she's right. It's just, you know, yeah, Titan DNA would be like, money. Yeah, Mothra's, I'm not going to say harmless or weak, but she's out of all the ones that we know about, I say she is probably the least threatening. Yeah, yeah, I can very much understand why he is kill all these creatures, but that's pretty much what the others think of humans. So, ow. Charles Dance. I'll try and remember what his name was then. Right. Monarch Outpost 32. Yeah. Also, Monarch, King of the Monsters. A little bit on the nose. Oh, and someone's been shot. Several people have been shot. Ah, it's gonna be cold. Yep. Yep. They're not dead, they're just sleeping. Yeah, that's the thing the character would be annoyed with, but I get the suspicion that from what that, and you can see it on Charles Dance's face that he was trying not to laugh. Like, no, I must remain in character. Oh, there he is. This is the one I was saying that color vector heads would make a very good Tiamat. That's King Ghidorah, I think, isn't it? I always get the names mixed up between Ghidorah and Rodan. I know this one's like a pterodactyl, and there's one that's basically like Tiamat's younger brother. So yeah, whilst the other ones are hunting after Mothra, probably the one of the ones they don't have to worry about. These people are going after this big boy. Oh, there's a rumbling. Yeah, in a world like this, you'd be like, is that an earthquake or is that a titan? That's another good thing I didn't realize as well. It's like whenever the titans, get out and do their business, that's going to really screw up, seismic readings. The big G. G team. Perfect. I mean, it's appropriate. All I can hear in my head is from a 70s cartoon. Up from the depths, 30 stories high. Yes, there was a Godzilla cartoon in the 70s. Ah, and Godzuki. Nice, they're using masers, not lasers. Interesting. All right, so at least he's got one working brain cell. As I say, Godzilla's not stupid. Yep, definitely a smart man. He's just he's traumatized, basically. No, yeah. That's like, yeah. That's the thing. He he knows his titans. He just doesn't want them to exist anymore. Oh, so, yeah, that'd be like, yeah, yes, permission to go to the laundry room. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, that's the thing with gorillas are generally, I'm not gonna say peaceful, but they're not aggressive, but they're not afraid to show off when needed. That is that is freaking intimidating. Yeah, that's just a what do you call it? Again, to use the gorilla metaphor, the first bit's like the gorilla pads in the chest, and then the last bit, where they zoom past, is basically, like when they sort of get stuff and throw it at you, it's like, yeah, pure dominance. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Pure dominance. It's like, it's as if almost if Godzilla's going, right, yeah, I'm number one. Don't forget it. I'm not going to hurt you, but I could. Remember that. Yep. That's like animal. I mean, you can have a sentient animal, but it is still an animal. And the Titans were in that weird crossover point between sentience and sapience. And to put it very, very simplified, sapience is like abstract thinking and stuff like that. Like chimpanzees, for example, sentient, but they're not sapient. Hence the term Homo sapiens. See, all the different mythologies. Yep. Yep. And I think this is one of the reasons why I like this film as well, is because they sort of say that, yeah, all the, you know, creatures and big monsters of myth were real. Like I say, like the dragon that fought King Arthur, the Loch Ness monster. You know, uh, I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, but I apologise. Quetzalcoatl, stuff like that. Who is the winged serpent of Mesoamerica? Stuff like that. Yeah, every continent and every country has got mythology and legends of big scary mofo creatures. Which, in the real world probably comes from, finding like bones of, like dinosaurs and stuff like that. Could you imagine that, right? Back in the day, a couple of thousand years ago, you're digging in your field and you find a big skull of a dinosaur or something like that. Finding that would just be like, why don't they exist anymore? Our gods must have killed them off, or some great heroes, dealt with them. So I can very much understand where those legends and mythologies would come from. It's a common thing that myths and legends have at their centre some small grain of truth. As somebody who has a passing interest in ancient mythology, yeah, I like that this film gives a nod towards that. Yeah. Listen to the lady, she knows what she's talking about. Oh, they're attacking through the thingy. The access tunnel walls. And of course they're using human shields. Lovely. That is what we call a dick move. Now, seriously, a little pistol like that, you whatever there's waking up. EKG, I believe, is electrocardiogram. Basically, brainwaves. Oh dear. Like in the background, you can actually just hear the slow heartbeat. It sounds like it's starting to speed up. Yeah, it's starting to speed up. Whatever's in there it's about to wake up. And yeah, that's going to wake it up. Yeah, that is what we call a regretting life choices moment. Oh, at least the dude went back for the soldiers. That's something in his favour. Yeah. Do we really want to wake up something that is basically an avatar, a demigod? I think another thing I've realised I actually like about these sort of films is just the when certain humans get their hubris basically just shown to them at point blank range. Like, see, this is what happens when you mess around. Yeah, to some creatures it's a warning, a signal. To others, it's a challenge. FA in the extreme. Oh yes. Yeah, see, look at that head. Then you got a second head. Then you got a third. Two more heads on that. Change the colours. You've got freaking Tiamat from D&D. You come to join me? Hello. Hi. Come on. Right. That's it. Come on. Come on. Oh. Slowly. Yeah. Definitely. It's like now you've got the wings, you've got the multiple heads. Yeah. That's where that meme came from, like the two, the smart head, the angry head, the derpy one. I mean, look at that. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Hi. You watching King Ghidorah with me? Yeah. Seriously, that is freaking. Oh, I love that. Come. No. Oh, careful. See, look. Kitty cat. The heads are arguing. There'll be an urgent extract in a minute, if not. Hey. I mean, just seeing that the way Ghidorah's throat was lighting up reminded me very much of Thordak from the Legends of Vox Machina. When he was about to blow his plasma breath, and you just see his throat just light up with all that fire energy. Oh, freaking hell. You see that, coming towards you. There is gonna be soilage. Ping. They're going through the walls. Yeah. So, kaiju fight! Again, one of the reasons why I love that they paid homage to that in Vox Machina with the demon and the dragon was just like, that was good. He don't look happy, does he? Fucking hell. Yeah, you see why they're called Titans. Imagine Ghidorah just going, dude, I've got 3 heads and I can fly. Bring it. See, this is what we want to see. One giant monster kicking the crap out of another giant monster. That's what we want. Yes. Oh, that's good. In the captions, they just have Monster Zero roaring. We know that's King Ghidorah. But they actually have it. Oh, here it comes. Oh, that sound. Yeah. Because he hasn't been officially named in the film yet, so they. Oh, I love that sound of his atomic fire breath powering up. Like hearing that in the cinema, like all around you, it's just like, oh yeah, that's audio smut. Yeah, dude, that's not gonna help. That's just gonna piss him off. So, mentally take notes for when my D&D campaign fights Tiamat. Yeah, he can fly. Picturing Godzilla going, get back down here so I can hit you. Oh, you can go outside, okay. Oh dear. This is why I like these type of films on this channel. I like seeing giant monsters beating the crap out of each other. Fair play to the guy, he's not a complete dick. He's just, like I say, he's just traumatized. Yeah, as I mentioned with Pacific Rim and stuff earlier, is when you're dealing with big creatures or things like Jaegers, sorry, Jaegers, um, or creatures or like titans or kaiju, whatever you want to call them, you have to have that feeling of size and weight. You know, like having the camera shake, having something that shows you the scale. Again, Pacific Rim, I think, did that absolutely spot on. You never lost that sense of just, yeah, these things are fucking big. And if you can get that right, the rest of it falls into place a lot easier. Mm-hmm. So yeah, she went down one path, he went down another. Yep. Oh, yeah. There's Kong. He's our big boy. I love those designs. So, good idea, but going about it in completely the wrong way. Yeah. Mothra, Ghidorah, Rodan. I think that was Kong. So basically, they've, you know, they lost a child. He's gone one way. Philosophically speaking, she's gone the exact opposite. Hi. No, you do not do that there. Thank you. Hmm. I've seen Fallout. I know what happens in those bunkers. So, in the long gunner. Oh, that's going to go well, isn't it? That's probably what. I know. And you've now broadcast basically a Titan alarm wake up. Isla de Mara, Mexico. Yeah, this is not going to go well. Oh, there we go. There's the humanity I know. That sound is what we call pant filling time. Yeah. Oh, yes. There's Rodan. So now you think about that. You look up and you see a volcano erupt, then a fire dragon. I don't know how you would perceive it. The size of the volcano crawl out of it. Yeah, see, exactly. It exactly. Yeah, the three Fs: food, fight, fornication. Sometimes more than one. I think after Mothra, I think Rodan's probably my favourite visually. Even though I'm a, you know, Monster Zero's got my vote, but just in terms of pure visual looks, yeah. Especially that with the wings. I, there's a reason why dragons are probably some of my favourite mythological creatures. It's like, oh, and it's just, oh, this bit. I freaking love this bit. It's like he's flying so fast, it's just the air is being dragged along and set on fire. Yeah, that's terrifying. You know, it's almost like symbolism as well. I mean, freaking hell, look at the size of that thing. It's bigger than. I like big monsters, okay? I mean, one of my, again, the sort of nip back to D&D for a second. There's a creature in that is called a Tarrasque. Oh, yeah, it's like, flying snacks. Om nom nom nom. And go where? Yeah, that's just gonna piss it off. Nom. I shouldn't laugh, but it's just like I'm safe. Oh shit. uh, literally into Rodan's mouth. that spiral move. Yep. And the fact there's basically flames coming off the edge of its wings as well is like, yeah. Right, so we've got lightning. And we've got fire. Oh, that is seriously terrifying. It's like a correction. That's terrifying. That's a level 3 brown trousers alert. That's a polite way of putting it. It's like, yeah, we are effed. There was a film came out a few years back about dragons attacking London. I really wish they had delayed it by a few years. Rain of Fire. I really wish they had delayed it by a few years so you could actually see a proper dragon flight, you know, and stuff like that. Oh, lovely. Yeah, what do you think? Rain of Fire, so much potential but wasted. Yeah, I agree. Decent film, but it could have been gone from being okay to being amazing. But you know, it was a film before its time, basically. That's one way to open the hangar bay. But yeah, the whole thought of like there being like a dragon fight against planes and vehicles like this over London. Oh yeah. And don't get me wrong, I am not poo-pooing Rain of Fire. It is a decent film. Just it could have been so much more. Ow, sorry. God, that is terrifying. Again. So it's a three-way kaiju fight. Oops, sorry, did I? You're not in trouble, sweetheart. I just. Okay. All right, I was having a drink. I didn't see you get on the desk. Yeah, if I would kill him or piss him off. It's alright. You're not in trouble. You're not. You should come on. Get him. Get him. I know, it's just I was getting a drink at the time. Alright, I know. Hey. There you go. Every bit of oxygen in the air and water just got vaporized. You see like thousands of dead fish. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, thousands of dead fish to start blip 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 blip. Although with those two creatures around, they're also probably highly irradiated as well, so you probably don't want to eat them. Yeah, so I think Godzilla is not necessarily on humanity's side, but they're not. He's not a. It's complicated. Probably the best way to describe it would be like, yeah, there may be stupid absolute dicks, these humans, but they're my stupid little dicks. Yeah, seriously. Couple of extra heads on that. Oh yeah, yeah. Regenerative capabilities as well. Yeah. Now there's some symbolism. Hey, it's okay. Oh, here's another one. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about with the mountains and stuff, basically actually being titans. He's a big boy. Yeah, they're all waking up now. Yeah. What was that line Tywin Lannister said about anyone who has to call themselves a king isn't really a king? Yeah, see, as I said at the beginning, the biggest monsters are humanity. It's a trope, but it's a fair one. Skull Island. We know what lives on Skull Island, don't we, children? So, question: who lives on Skull Island? Size that. That's a big ass cocoon. Oh, right, yes, we are. Bioluminescence. I was trying to think what the term was. Oh yeah, Mothra's hatching. Fucking hell, just like that was one of those moments in the cinema. I just remember like which just unfurls her wings and be like, yeah. Ah, so you just realise your mother's not a nice person. I mean, granted, she went there from grief, but still, like with like I said, the dad wanted them all wiped out. She wanted them set free. F the consequences. And they just literally went in opposite directions, philosophically speaking. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry. I've stopped giving you pets. Yeah, you can see where they come from. See, it wouldn't surprise me if you know, just, going by the mythology there, if you say like the Chinese dragon types were more benevolent than their Western counterparts, whereas we got the aggressive ones, they got the more chilled ones. So that's why their legends were based on being spirituality, balance, and stuff like that. Whereas ours were, no, we got to get rid of those fuckers. There we go. King Ghidorah. Ghidorah. Yep. So I suppose in a way, King Ghidorah is he's a mammoth. I wonder why. That whole alpha thing's been, yeah. I mean, it's fairly recently that that's been the whole alpha thing's been debunked. As a surprise. But, they're all the bunkers, right? There's a lot of bunkers around the world. Hmm. Yeah, you. This is your plan. Fair play to him for that. Yeah. And he's finally starting to realise, like, yeah, but I've been a dick these last few years. And what the fuck's that? It's Chloe. Whatever it is. There she is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good policy. Yeah, because if Godzilla's the king of the monsters, Mothra's the queen. No, it's more of a title. It's not a literal. It's not a literal thing. But he's right. Yeah. No, they're not literally, getting jiggy, but they have a respect for each other. You know, in effect, if Godzilla deals with the land, sorry, the seas, maybe a bit of the land as well, Mothra's got the skies. Makes sense. To be like, I mean, Godzilla feeds on radiation, so we're going to give him some radiation. Of the uranium variety. Mm. Now, I've been watching some like shorts for about another show that I've been really meaning to watch about Chernobyl. That's that's a what radiation actually does. It's horrifying. There's some wisdom there. Also, Godzilla wouldn't have done it. Sorry, Godzilla wouldn't have done it deliberately. It would literally be a case of I'm fighting this thing. Oh, I appear to have stepped on a small human. Oops. Mm-hmm. Oh yes. Oh great. Then you trapped in basically a whirlpool. Yeah, 800 feet in a few seconds is. Yeah. You think some, the bit of technology that people have literally died for, they would keep I suppose it's the arrogance and hubris of humanity again. It's like, yeah, we don't need that. Who's going to take that from here? Like, yeah. Boston. So yeah, that's like only in a few years all that growth's come back because of the radiation. Now, granted, there are different types of radiation, but it's like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. See, again, seeing that scene again makes me think that they could do a sequel to Reign of Fire or a remake, which they address later in one of the Godzilla Kong films, the Hollow Earth stuff. Now, it doesn't mean that the Earth is completely hollow. It's like a sort of like a Dyson sphere, if you know what I mean. Yeah, another bit of mythology. It's the IRL, complete nonsense, but in films like this, makes logical sense. Oh, Christ. Those look Mesopotamian. Yeah. And again, you see things like this, and again, based on the logic of the world. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is where you can imagine the legends of like Atlantis. You're like, where did the city go? Yeah, that's where it went. So the island of Atlantis. I'll get my mythology right. Yeah, all of them are true. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, it's just me nitpicking. They wouldn't notice someone just going off into an area they're not supposed to, like that. Yeah, but that thing still has power. Yeah, that's a good point. It's like, yeah, don't wish to be growing extra limbs, well, internally. I imagine a very highly irradiated air pocket. Yep, yeah, the radiation's like going nope, 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 nope. Yeah, the radiation is so high, it's literally frying the circuits of the drones. Oh, pickles. Yeah, yeah, you're like several hundred feet underwater. It's not like you can pop outside and pop the hood. Okay, where my cat? Damn. I mean, I suppose he not reveres, but he understands Godzilla. So it's like, yeah, if anyone's going to do it, I'll do it. Because they can hear another alpha signal. Yeah, I suppose if you have if you have the right frequency, it could be heard around the world. Yeah. The sarcasm. Yes, I wonder. Damn. You know, knowing that someone you consider to be a colleague and a friend is basically walking to their death. But at the same time, he's going to get to go out on his own terms. That's that's pretty freaking dope. Yeah, he understands. It's like, yeah, I'll say Godzilla's probably in that sort of sapient category, but because of obviously different types of creatures, you can't communicate like English to whatever kaiju speak sort of thing. Just biologically not possible. But actions like this will be like, again, if you've I'm not gonna say the pet metaphor, but when I've been feeling like really poorly, and the fuzzball would just come along, and got on my lap, and just sort of like meow, and snuggled up next to me. That shit makes the world of difference. Now, if Godzilla, as Ken Watanabe's character said earlier, if Godzilla views humanity as his pets, you want to look after your pets. Like, Not in a kind of like thing. It's more like, yes, I'm the one in charge. You go and run around free on the land. You know, you behave yourself, but that you behave yourself, sort of thing. Like when I have to tell the fuzzball off for getting up on the counter to try and eat my chicken. It's like, oh, stop it. I think that's what he means by saying this pairs. It's not like, you know, it's that kind of relationship. I think that's what he meant earlier. Not that. What's fair? Not that he thinks we're users. It's just like, now what have you done? I mean, come on. If you're gonna freaking go taking a nuke to a dying sorry, seriously ill, I should say, not dying, seriously ill demigod to bring them back, that's a fucking baller way to go. I know I've joked about it before, but if that's the shit that allows you to enter, if Valhalla's real, that's exactly the sort of shit that allows you to enter it. Like, how did you go? Well, I took a nuke to Godzilla and basically sat on it whilst I detonated it, and to help revive him. Nice. And the good thing is, well, I say good thing that at ground zero, it's going to be instant. He's not even going to feel it. By the time his cells have been destroyed, that will happen faster than anything else. So, in a way, I can understand it. I can understand why he chose to do it. Don't know if I could do it, but I understand. And one of his last memories is going to be face to face touching Godzilla. And then it's like, yeah, so he knows. He knows what. Instant. Literally, his nerves wouldn't even have time to register that nuke's gone off. And the fact that they didn't do any sound of it as well, it was silent, I think was nice little touch. Come on, you can get on my lap. Come on. Stop messing around. If you want to get up on my lap, you have to get up on the... Come on. I'm trying to watch Godzilla. Thank you. I know. I love you too. Come on. I was just talking about you. Is that what got your attention? I mentioned your name earlier. Okay. Come on. Yep. Up from the depths. Yep. As him just like... That's like pretty much just giving him the... I'm somebody who drinks caffeine every now and then, in fact. And that's just like waking up and having a triple espresso shot right to the brain and being like, I'm back. And then letting out the biggest burp of your life. Oh, that look. Like, yes, you. That was I love that moment, just that pure, you. Yeah, display of dominance. Mentally, yes. I do need to change my underpants though. Yeah, it's like, yep, you don't ask. Hey. True. That is very true. Well, I'd say more omnivores, but with a carnivore leaning. Yeah, that's right. In the previous one, like, there's that meme of like, let them fight. The greater good. Oh, he's right there. Like, yeah, we're just along for the ride. Go ahead. Yeah. He plays those sort of characters, the sort of authoritarian antagonists so well. Because he doesn't really raise his voice, he just speaks calmly. And as I've said multiple times, they're the ones you've got to be wary of. The ones who can keep control of their emotions when shit's going down. Oh, that's unpleasant. Just seeing the wind change like that. I know. Holy crap, it's 10 to 8 already. This has gone so quick. But that for me is always the hallmark of how entertained I am. I don't realise what the time is. Now, we started this film like what? 10 past 6? Yeah, well, 1 hour, 40 minutes ago. So, yeah. As I say, for someone who has ADHD, if I'm not aware of what the time is, it means this thing is whatever it is I'm engaged in, be it a film, a book, a game, it's got my attention. And there's enough going on that I'm not getting mentally bored. Even for a brief moment. God, that's. I mean, that has got to be a homage to the T Rex looking in the car moment. Well, to be fair, that was in Jurassic Park. That was such an iconic moment. Iconic, yeah. Yeah, seriously, I want to see them do Tiamat with in this style. Each of the different heads having a different breath weapon. So assuming they go with the classic version, you'd have red, blue, green, black, white. The chromats. I mean, I suppose if you think about it, in some ways, Godzilla's kind of like a Tarrasque. Just, not exactly, but, in the same way, like, you've got to use the ape metaphor, you've got the gorillas, and then you've got, like, say, the orangutans. They're still apes, but they're not exactly the same. So in my head, I'm picturing that, Godzilla is basically a form of Tarrasque. Or an offshoot. Yep. It's smart enough to know to protect by putting the wings across as a shield. Smart move. It's like Godzilla's like, "Oi, you three-headed git. Let's finish this." Nice. Yep. Yeah, think about it. If Godzilla just basically absorb the nuke. Boom. Like, yeah. Kaiju fight! Round 2. So, damn, I forgot about that. Literally, like, not even like a single step out of the transport, and they just got atomized. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, there goes your transport. Nice. Yeah, that's some like Fallout style plasma breath right there. Here's Mothra. Yeah. Oh, the music in the background as well. It's subtle, but it's there. Oh, I like it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like that sniff was like almost dismissive. Like, puh. Fire versus air. What do you think about it? Right? Okay. Yeah, we've got the 4 elements basically. I mean, Godzilla can kind of. It's more aquatic. I'd say it's more aquatic. Doesn't mean it's But yeah, we've got Godzilla who is water, Rodan who is fire, Mothra who is air, and Ghidorah, who is Earth, essentially. I mean, yes, there's a bit of overlap, and it's not a perfect metaphor, but no. She's she's gonna need some therapy after this. I'm getting ideas for my D&D campaign from this. Nice. That's a pretty dope attack, channeling all that energy like that. That is brutal. Just the helicopter dropping out of the sky. Whilst Mothra and Rodan are having an aerial fight. Like, things, even though they're not speaking, you can almost tell. Yes, Mothra. Like, it's just like the position of the eyes is just like, not today. Stab. I'm trying to remember as well. Again, somebody in chat, our resident kaiju expert. Are the Titans unique? Generally? Or is it like, is there only one Godzilla? Is there only one Mothra? Is there only one Rodan? Like, is each of them unique, or are they, the apex of that particular type? Because I know with Kong, you've got like the Kong-like creatures, like the giant apes in the Hollow World and stuff. I'm trying to think like, is there or was there at any point in the past like multiple Godzillas, multiple Mothras and stuff like that? Yeah. Monsterverse lore. Godzilla is the latest in his line and was preceded by Dagon, one of the same species. Cool. Okay. Thank you. Dagon. I know that name. But that makes sense, yeah. Because I suppose you wouldn't really want to have multiple versions of giant creatures like that. But if there's like, 1, 2, or 3 of them, yeah, I can dig that. So it's basically like the dragon. Again, I'm using D&D as a metaphor, where there are multiple versions of them, but they don't have their own territory. Blah 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 blah. Oh, Mothra. I like when she just like stand at him and is like, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I got this. God, the way the head was, undulating on the ground like that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. See what happens when you work to. Oof. Ouch. So she's basically accepting responsibility for her actions. Yeah. She basically caused this, so. Oh, that's. Ouch. That's. If she survived that, that's gonna leave a bruise. See, now in the captions, they called him King Ghidorah. Whereas before it was Monster Zero. Oh, yeah. He's back. he just is just giving off radiation like a walking nuclear reactor, which is basically what he is right now. Oh, I love that sound. There goes the wings. And now you're just pissing me off. There goes one head. There goes the second. Now. That has got to hurt. Now the question is, can Ghidorah regenerate from that? I'm putting my money on not. Yeah, I remember that bit. It's like when you first see the head and you think, oh great, he survives that, and then you realise, no. Godzilla just likes his stuff barbecued. Tasty. the little jiggle. Yeah, kind of. He's not technically on your side, but he's not against you. Why, hello. I know. Do you mind? Oh, I'm sorry. Rodan survived. Yeah. Yeah, that look is like, you, the one who killed Mothra. I will deal with you later. The rest of you, bend the knee. Long live the king. Damn, I forgot. This is one of those sort of films I freaking love. And in my head canon, I am saying that Mothra's not dead. No. She ain't dead. She's sleeping. She'll be alright. And if she has passed, she's probably laid some eggs somewhere, so she'll be alright. She'll live on in spirit, if not physicality. But yeah, I freaking love this film. But it's one of the ones I can't watch too often, not because it's bad, but because I have to little save enough time. And there's certain films I have to do this with, not because I think they're bad, but if I watch them too close together, I can kind of like almost replay the film in my head and see the events in my memory just before they happen, and it kind of loses the impact. So I have to wait a few years before watching them again. Even if I've watched them, hundreds and hundreds of times before, I have to leave a gap just because I still want to have that impact and appreciate it a little bit more. And this is one of those. Now, for me, I'd rate this as an 8 out of 10 because, as I've said multiple times, I am a appreciator of the monster films. And according to the X-Ray thing, the soundtrack was done by Bear McCreary. 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 There we go. Bear McCreary. Does some pretty good music. Right, so, before I forget, let's just stop that for the moment, actually. There we go. Yep, there we go. 2 hours, just over 2 hours. I am still trying to decide what game I'm going to be playing next week when I'm streaming back on Tuesday. But I've got 3 days to download, set up, and do everything, so that's not going to be a major issue. But I'm just trying to think what. And I'm looking through my libraries, and there's a few titles I've got an idea for what to do. But I was going to play originally on my list, saw Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is a great game. But then I realised I've just finished playing a cyber noir game. I don't want to play another one straight afterwards. Good game though, very good game. Definitely been influenced by the cyberpunk genre. Yeah, definitely been influenced by it. So yeah, we'll see. I'll probably announce on the Discord or something, or on social media like on Blue Sky. Once I've picked and downloaded and set up everything. But for now, Madam's demanding the chair. I need to go to the bathroom. So I shall say goodnight and hope everybody has a good weekend. Bye bye.